should live, mark your death date. Then everything in between he's going to write down. Or he just plays the game, keeps it going. Well, you may think, why did God crime for people's lives? Maybe God chose crime to teach us humans that he has control of, that you shouldn't do it. Why do people bully people at school? Because God wants to see how his players react. Now get this. If God's just one single player on an Xbox game like us, if we're the Xbox game, he can't really see all 8 billion screens at once. So maybe...
What are you doing? Just hanging?
That's all we're talking about, God.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I just made a huge point that he agrees with.
What's that?
You ready?
Tell her.
You seem pretty amazed about it. You're going to be pretty amazed about this.
Okay.
God.
Yes.
They say it's a he. We don't know that. Could be a girl. Could be both at the same exact time. We picture God as a human. What if he's just a big ball of light? He or she's just a big ball of light. Could even be a mirror.
But you know what? Think about it came from somewhere and was created in his image.
Now, like God, we're basically just an Xbox game. He turns on the system. He evolves over time, and now he's got 8 billion people to take care of.
Yes.
God planned out our life. So when I told Abby I was gonna go get a drink from there, God planned for that timing within the game that I was gonna go get a drink.
Yes, only he knows. You don't know.
See, the way he can't see all 8 billion screens at the exact same time to take care of it. So what he does is he basically presses some button to switch to someone new. So
I'm sure the higher power keeps an eye on everybody. Oh, you want to talk.
So
you don't want me to interrupt.
He presses a button that switches the character so we can see what anyone else is doing. He could be seeing through my eyes what I'm doing, and then he could switch to that person in that van and see what they're up to, where they're going and their thoughts. And he puts me on computer control.
What's Bobby doing with his cell phone?
Oh, he was showing me videos like, what is a God? Stuff like that.
You still going to church? No.
And
Your grandparents go though, don't they?
then there's like, see, he could be viewing what you're seeing through now. See, you're like, I'm telling you, look at the ball. God just made me do that. Now you're looking at me. So God's looking through your eyes because he switched to you in this game. So now he's just going through your thoughts, and then he could switch to that person in that white van.
But he doesn't have to, not he, but it doesn't have to switch.
It doesn't have to switch.
It's all of them at the same time.
Yes. But like what he does is like he plans out the life, and we're basically on a computer control of God. God controlled. Or God does this. Before someone's like maybe 1,000 years before someone's born, he's gonna be like this. He's gonna be like, okay, I need to plan out this person's life for the next, how long are they gonna live? He goes down to his infinite calendar and does this. Marks your birth date, marks your death date. Then everything in between, he writes out every single second of your life. And then we wonder, crime. Why did he have crime?
Well, don't you know why? Oh, you want to tell us the story?
To teach us creation that he was finally happy on how we look. That you don't have to be bad. You gotta be like God. You gotta be like him. And then
you don't think the devil enters into the picture that makes people kill other people or murder children, or that the devil's trying to rise above?
This is what I'm thinking. Say you have like the ISIS members,
But it's like almost like devil is just like
interfering.
God's tail, and God's trying to chase the tail, and it just spins the wheel around and around.
If he planned out,
Devil's got to get in there and make his point too.
If he plans out Reese's life,
it's up to us whether we like submit to the devil. You have to be a really strong. Okay, go ahead.
If he plans out Reese's life,
quit shaking the poor guy's head.
He can do what he wants.
See, God made me do. See, God's making me do this.
Really?
God planned me to do that.
What else he planned you to do? Kiss him on the cheek?
That. God planned me to do all that. Sure, I feel myself moving. That's God who planned my life out. He selected my death date. He selected my birthday. He selected when I'm gonna die. So he plans out everything. So then what happens, like, the ISIS members, every one of those people in ISIS, maybe they were never meant to live like that. Maybe like the leader of ISIS was just like, maybe his life was to be a surgeon. To be a surgeon who dies of a cancer. And God's, when he planned them out. And then this is what happens.
Excuse me.
The devil interferes with everything and say, this is the leader of ISIS. Just say this is the leader.
Him. He's not a dog.
Just say this is the leader of ISIS. No offense. And then
he's recording it.
Are you recording?
Huh?
Are you recording me?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
So then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna mess up his life. I'm gonna create a team called the ISIS. It's gonna be bad. This man who's supposed to be a surgeon when he grows up, when he dies of cancer, nope. He does this. He basically takes the life, like, here's your life right here, what's supposed to go on above your head. He does this. He looks at what he wants to knock out, punches a hole in that particular block of your life. He adds what he wants. So maybe God's like, becomes a surgeon, and then God punches that out and becomes leader of the cult grouping, like making a gang called the ISIS. And then he continues what he wants, but then God doesn't know it, and the devil's basically just ruined everything.
Talk like a preacher, man. Preach it out there, Angelo. Let people hear you.
And then he,
meaning who?
Abby, can he be interfered by the devil? Yes. His life is vulnerable. His life expectancy is his birth date to his death date is right here above his head. And every letter that lights green when it's going well. But then the devil has to come over, punch a block out of his life, and then write down on a piece like a paper.
Stand over there.
Write down, becomes a criminal who commits murder on this certain day, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
And then he fills that block up with that piece of paper. And then Reese's life was messed up starting at that point. When he was supposed to be really good. And then, of what God already planned out, so God's not paying attention. Bam! Devil punches that block, punches a part of it out, puts what he wants, and it messes up everything that Reese was supposed to be.
Well, I feel like we all have the potential to be anything. Kind of like a tree has the potential, when it's a very, very small tree, has the potential to grow in any sort of direction.
And it has the potential to die at any
The factors and the environment around us shape how we grow. And so in order to continue to survive, we take certain actions, which means, some people choose to venture to what, you call the dark side. But really, I think God and the devil are the same thing. And it's just the voice you choose to listen to.
Or maybe it's different. Like I said, maybe the devil interferes with it.
But aren't they like two sides of the same coin? And that coin's just spinning like the earth is spinning around the sun, and that's what makes the whole thing go. is because good and bad fight back and forth. Not fight, but
it's like during, like, in the middle of your life right now, maybe there's a coin, right? Like, all the way up to that cloud, and it's coming down, and it could land on your head. And whatever side it is, say if it's heads, God's life that He planned for you it will be invulnerable.